Hi everybody, Gary Watson here. Welcome to the first episode of Kiss the Cook, where I teach you how to cook some great recipes, and it's all brought to you by Down Home Meats of Stonewall, Louisiana. If you can buy it locally, buy it locally, and these guys make the best sausage you will ever eat in your life. And today, I'm going to teach you how to turn their great sausage into some amazing jambalaya. Now, jambalaya is one of the easiest dishes that you can make. It's basically rice, sausage, and chicken, and it all starts with chicken broth. Now, you can either make your chicken broth yourself or buy it. Now, when you do buy it, I would suggest you buy all natural chicken broth, something that doesn't have a whole bunch of chemicals in it, because that just kind of muddies up the taste of the chicken broth. My chicken broth right there doesn't have any nasty ingredients. It's all real food. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cook chicken, but I'm going to do it in a combination of chicken broth and water. That kind of fortifies the chicken broth and it makes it taste a lot better. Now, before we add any chicken to the pot, we need to make sure that the water has a little bit of seasoning in it. So we're going to add some aromatics. Half an onion, a stalk of celery cut in half, 1 clove of garlic smashed with your knife. And one of the best things about stock is the fact that you're not wasting food. You're using like vegetable scraps, like the top of this bell pepper, because I'll be using that bell pepper later for cooking. So, in the pot. Then our packaged chicken broth, some salt, and some fresh ground pepper. Now for the chicken, we're going to use leg quarters. I have 4 big ones here, and we're just putting them in whole. We're not de-skinning them, seasoning them, or anything, because we're just going to boil those. Always remember to wash your hands after you play with chicken. Now, we're going to let that come up to a boil, lower the heat, and let it simmer for about 40 minutes or so. That'll give the chicken time enough to cook through, and we'll get a lot of good flavor out of that chicken. Then we'll take the chicken out, let it cool, pick it off, and I'll show you next how to put all the jambalaya together. Safety first, kids. While I was chopping vegetables, I nearly cut the tip of my finger off. So, good thing we have excellent first aid here. Ow. One of the most important parts of the jambalaya is the sausage. Of course, we're using Down Home sausage, and I'm using 2 different types of Down Home sausage today. We've got green onion, and we've got the hot. Now, I'm not going to use all of this, but kind of mix and mash. Use what you like, and if you don't know what it tastes like, fry some up and eat it. I know what these taste like, but I'm still going to fry some up and eat it because it's Down Home sausage, and it's really, really good.
Give me just a moment. Now, what did I just sample? What did I just steal?
I think you got a piece of the hot Down Home sausage.
Pretty darn good.
Yeah.
The hallway of the radio station, pardon me, smells like my nanny's house. It's awesome. Now, if you just had boobs out to here, it would be perfect. I gotta go.
Okay, now we're going to start putting it all together. You first start with browning the sausage in the pan with the vegetables. On about a medium-high heat because you don't want it too hot. You start with the sausage. Once you've kind of warmed the sausage up and gotten it cooking, then you can add all of your trinity. That's your onions, your bell pepper, your celery, garlic, tomatoes, a couple of dashes of some what's this here sauce, a couple of bay leaves. Once the vegetable and sausage mixture has cooked a little bit, the vegetables have given off a lot of water. Now it's time to add the broth and the rice. I prefer to use parboiled rice because it tends to be a little fluffier, doesn't stick together as much. So you just put the rice in there and stir it up and let it soak up some of that liquid and then start pouring in your broth. Now you traditionally use a 2-to-1 broth to rice ratio, but since there's other stuff in here that can soak up some liquid, plus we're going to add some chicken in when it's almost done, we're going to add a little bit more than 2-to-1. So I've got 2 cups of rice in here. We're going to add about 4.5 cups of chicken broth. That's 4.5. I had more room than I thought I did in the pan. So I put in another cup of rice and 2 more cups of broth. You always wait to season kind of close to the end because, you know, the sausage has salt and we put salt in the broth. So you want to make sure that it's not too salty, but you still want to make sure that it's seasoned. So it needs a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper. We're also going to add some dry parsley and a couple dashes of Louisiana Hot Sauce because that's what you do. Okay, the rice is just about done, so we're going to go ahead and add our chicken in. Stir. We're gonna give that about 5 more minutes. Let's give it a taste. Taste the sausage, the chicken, all the vegetables. If you like this recipe, if you're watching this on YouTube, it's below in the comments, and if you're watching this on our website, it's in the article. Jambalaya with down home meat sausage. I'm Gary Watson, and this is Kiss the Cook.